Peace and black power.
Peace and black power, brother. Peace and love.
Hello, sis. How everybody doing tonight? To the callers that's up here. I hope everybody had a great evening and enjoyed themselves, got home safe, their family straight. That's what I want to start off with first. And if you got deaths in the family, we pray for the whole world every night. We ain't got to know everybody's name, my children, all of us, my family. We pray for the whole world. So, hopefully the Most High, get you through there or anything going on in your life. If you black or brown or just a people of color and not so-called white, I know you're going through some shit. I know some of them going through some shit too, but I don't give a damn about them. I give a fuck about y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. Okay. The emasculation of the black male. That's what this topic is about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and comrades and friends, and I know some enemies up here.
How's everybody doing?
We're gonna open up with a song, brother.
The emasculation of the black man. If everybody's watching and seeing what's going on, y'all like to say, if I'm going in and out, y'all bear with me. I'm in the country part right now, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm here. But anyway, if you see the genes that we wearing, that our children, well, not my children, but the children, my children, because if you black, I feel like you my child. I see you cutting up in the grocery store doing something, whatever, I'm going to say something. It might not be how I do mine, but I'm going to let you know somebody care about you because I'm going to say something. So, let's get to this topic. The jeans that they wearing, if you look how that they are, cut for women. They call them skinny jeans. The T-shirts ain't even big no more. If you rewind it back to 97 in the 90s period and see how brothers and sisters was dressing, even the early 80s, it wasn't all good, but we could tell the men from the women. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And they say that this jean shit just started, but that's a lie. That's a damn lie. You go back to the 70s, look at the men, bell bottoms. You know what I'm saying? They had on high heel shoes just like they damn women. The same shit. You know what I'm saying? Emasculating us. If you look at Kanye West's his whole everything that he's selling, just look at it. It look feminine. Even down to the so-called gangsters. I mean the fake ones, because we deal with the real ones, with the real G's, and they don't act like, just going to go shoot somebody to make a name for themselves. It ain't like that. So I know what I'm talking about. But if you go back to that, they was emasculating them then. And they was just trying to see how they would get it, how they would be able to do it. Like, make that trend go. And, they were successful. Look at the hairstyles these days. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know who Garnet Silk is, Peter Tosh, and et cetera, you know that, they didn't dye their hair. You know what I'm saying? There won't no dyeing hair and all that shit. There won't none of that. These men's jeans so tight these days that my queen can wear their jeans. Some of the queens that's on this call can wear their jeans. So, anything to break us down. They keeping the man out of the household so they can get the little boys and the little girls into doing transgender things. Like we said on the last call. They want the women to depend on them. My queens, all my beautiful black queens, to depend on them so they can do whatever else they want to do to the family. And when I say whatever else, I mean they think it's all right for our young girls to dye their skin and look white and put blonde hair in their head. You know what I'm saying? So, they doing everything to break up the family, but the man is an important thing and it's significant just like the woman. But tonight is it's talking about how they breaking us down. You know, people in my family. I was talking to one of my cousins a couple of years ago. You know, he was on along. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was like 19 when we were talking about women. Can somebody please mute your phone? Please. Thank you. We was talking about women, you know, and I was letting him know, yeah, man, such, you know how teenagers talk when they talk about women, and he was agreeing, and, you know, everything I said, or he might say something, you know, and just a couple of years ago, he came out the closet. I knew he was sweet because when we was younger, I knew he was sweet. Do y'all remember them things that you like put in the knot and you can shoot them? They're not flowers, but you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about, brother.
Okay, I hit him with one of those in the leg or in the arm or something. He was crying. So, you know, I told my mom, like, Mama, what's wrong with that boy? And I was probably like 12 years old then. You know, I just knew there was something up with him. But he came out of the closet a couple of years ago. And, you know, we weren't surprised. My family wasn't surprised. And, he had told me what happened to him.
Peace and black power.
Was taking him over to his
peace and black power, brother. Peace and love.
And his granddaddy was molesting
how everybody's
him
doing
and
tonight.
to the college up here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now my
had a
cousin
great
not
evening
looking at women
and enjoy themselves, got home
beautiful
safe,
women,
family straight,
and being with beautiful women. That's just not
what I want to
insane.
start off with first.
And if you got deaths in the family, you know, this falls in the whole world every night. We got to know everybody's name, my children, all another subject. We're going to stick to this topic. I'm sorry, y'all, but hopefully, you know, everything just falls in line. Through there, or anything going on in your life. We got to stop that too. Or brown, or just things that's going on in the black community, not so-called white. That's just dumbing down the family. I know some of them going to black men too, but I don't give a damn. I got a Mexican guy brother. You know what I'm saying? And I was working at Walmart for like 4 years. Emasculation of the black male. For real, working at Walmart about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I beat the system. I think I beat the system. I got in everything that you know, comrades and comrades. But you know, I worked at Walmart, and I know some enemies up here. I told them how much I made. I think I was making $300 sometime. The emasculation of the black man. Good week if they trying to give away some hours. Watching, you know, and I was making like that every 2 weeks. Oh yeah, I like what? And he was letting me know like 1 week ago what I'm right now. And you know, you will doing the best I can. You know what I'm saying? You'll have money. But you could take care of your family how you want to. If you see the genes that we learned, I always worked hard. I worked on the farm for about 4 years, and I was young then. I bought my own clothes, everything. Because if you black, I feel like you my child. I see you cutting up in the grocery store doing something, whatever. You know, I'm gonna say something. It might not be how I do mine, but he told me somebody just follow him. Started his own business, and let's get to this topic. You know, the jeans that they wearing before he started his own business. I helped him start his business. They are even when we have jobs for women and stuff like that. We did something. They call them skinny jeans. Even if you want the right thing. To feed our family. T-shirts ain't even big no this more. Year we boomed. You rewind it back. This was like 3 years ago. In the 90s. 2 years ago. Almost 3. So brothers and sisters. The point I'm trying to make is, you know, even in the early 80s.
Peace and black power, family.
But we could tell the men from black power, brother. Give me a moment. You know what I'm saying? Let me get out what I'm going to get out. And they say that this gene shit, the mics is just started to call for the people. That's a lie. Let me get out what I'm about to say. That's a damn lie. You go back to the 70s. Thank you, brother. Look at the men. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? They had on high heels or anything, just like any place you go to, McDonald's, the same shit. You know, our brothers are flipping hamburgers, taking groceries and shit to the car, doing this and doing that. Kanye West, you know, look at the Mexicans. The Mexicans, all them know how to work. They know how to build this. It ain't gonna take that long. You know, even down to the so-called gangsters. You know, I long ago, and not because we deal with the real ones, with the real G's, and they don't act construction like people that you had to talk to. We were the people shoot somebody that make a name deal with when you want your house built. You know, I know what I'm talking about. When you want your anything, you go back anything that you think about, that was emasculating them by hand. We was those men trying to see. how,
you know what I'm saying,
they would get it.
You know
how they would be able to do it.
If anybody grew up with their uncles and things
make
in their household,
and when it's time to go to work, everybody got a job, no matter what it's doing.
Look at the hairstyles these days.
You know what I'm saying?
All the men going together, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was confusing in the household, all the men,
you know that,
they didn't die there.
You know what I'm saying?
We not doing shit.
Hair and all this shit.
We ain't doing shit, but getting to Piggly Wiggly at 5 o'clock in the morning these days
to go pick that
queen off this white man's field. Some of the queens that's on this call millions of dollars. You know, we flipping burgers, opening up doors and shit. Anything to break them down.
We're not doing that. We out here knocking each other.
They keeping the man out of the household. You know what I'm saying? We done built this whole world and don't even know how to deal with a fucking transgender thing. Like we said on the last talk. They demasculating us. You know, they want the Mexicans that told me when I first started working there. When I told them where I came from, Black Queens, they told me that I was doing women work to depend on them so they can do whatever else. Even though I struggle, they want to go through what I go through on an everyday whatever else. I don't want my woman to work. You know what I'm saying? They think it's all right. That's just kind of, I don't know if it's manly, and it ain't because she want to be independent. You know, independent to do what? You know what I'm saying? Be independent and go to school doing everything and go be a lawyer. So the man is taking care of some of these revolutionary brothers like myself. But tonight you go to court and you talking about how they breaking us down. That's how you be independent. You know, don't let these white folks let none of you black women on this call think you being independent because you taking care of home. Because when you do that and boast about how much you're making, that makes a man feel emasculate. Then you know he feel weak. You know what I'm saying? When you talking down on that man, when he is watching the kids and shit all
we were talking about women, because you know, and I was letting him know, yeah, man, you know how that man teenagers talk when they talk about women, and he was,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's
you know everything I said.
Baby, even if you babying him up too much,
you know, and just just a couple of years ago or whatever, he came out the closet. It's not
I knew he was sweet because when he was younger. I knew him and do whatever you do for him and do the good things you do.
Y'all remember them?
But let that man know that he needs to be taken care of.
You can shoot them.
You know what I'm saying?
Flowers, but
you know, somebody knock on the door, like Khalid Muhammad said.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, brother.
Okay, I send your woman to one of those. If it's a deal or anything, you send your woman to the damn door.
So, you know, I told my mom,
woman so damn mad on that boy.
Away from the door.
I was probably like 12 years
old
to the door.
You know, I didn't know something up with him.
He said he ain't here.
But he came out the closet
a
couple of years ago.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could have been the man that went to the door and said,
we weren't surprised.
My family wasn't surprised. You know what I'm saying? Anything he told me what happened to him. We use our women, taking him over to his. That make us unmanly, man. That's his granddaddy house. To have a granddaddy with man work and raising kids, anything. We done forgot how to be. So now my cousin not living so big down. Had beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? We forgot how to be beautiful women. Everybody else just not his thing. You know, it's not all of us. It's the people. It's the people that's unconscious. And this falls when you go somewhere, you always see another topic or another subject. You know what I'm saying? You might see a lot of black couples, but you see everything just falling in line. Always a mama and a dad. You know. We gotta stop this too. So those society things that's going on in the black community, intentionally, you know what I'm saying, they're just dumbing down the family and killing the black man. And you know, I got a Mexican guy brother. They have dumbed the women down and made dumbed the men down and made the women down. For real, working at Walmart. Some women is good women. You know, I beat them. And people say they too controlling or this and that. I got them everything. You know why the women too controlling? But you know, I worked at Walmart. Both parts. They don't know how much I made. I think I was making. You know what I'm saying? They done did everything that a man do to raise their son, maybe and they daughters, and they don't even know how to be some more. You know, and I was making like. You know what I'm saying? The women don't even know how to be like what? That shit real. He was letting me know like 1 week. Feel me? So this topic is talking about how you know what I'm saying. You have money. You can take care of your family how we. As a whole, and I always worked hard. I worked on the farm for about 4 years, and I was young then. I bought male of color. How we getting dumbed down, especially black males. How we getting dumbed down. Work, I just didn't know what to do. You know, if anybody want to comment and say something, but he told me just follow him. Started his own business.
Oh yeah, peace and black power for him. It's Elijah Shakur from BGA, and my piece on the demasculining of the black man. It started in Africa. Because we won't say it started when we came over here to America, but it started in Africa when we allowed
3 years ago
other people from other ethnic groups, whether it be white, Arab, Chinese, Russian, English, French, or whatever. It started when we allowed them to come in our communities and replace our traditional values with their own concepts. We allowed them to come in and show us these shiny new things, a mirror, a compass, a gun, or a piece of clothing or something like that, a belt buckle. And they gave us that and took everything else from us. That's where the problem started. Now, here in America, they say it started with Willie Lynch. They'll take the black man, beat him so that the women and children know that he is no longer the protector, rip him apart by tying a leg on one end of the horse and on another horse and making him go in opposite directions to show that he is no longer the provider. Push this image on them constantly, and they will raise the children to grow up as punks, basically, to be scared and cautious acting all the time and always looking over your shoulder type mentality. That's what that bred. In order to reverse that, it's going to take the woman.
Everybody got a job, no matter what.
You can't talk about the black man without talking about the black woman. The black woman is the foundation of the black family. The man is the man at the head of the household. But without the woman, there is no household.
Now, we not doing shit.
It's going to take the black woman to... We'll put it like this. If we had a controlled situation, like we had a high school that we could do a social experiment on, we say, okay, all the black girls in the high school, if there's any boy with his pants sagging, with low grades, always goofing off, acting immature, ignore him completely and give all the attention to the black boy with his pants up, belt tied around his waist, good grades, pay attention in class, not always goofing around, taking care of his business. Guarantee you, all the boys with their pants sagging with the low grades will switch around within a month's time. So if we can get all the black women to see, even if it's just a few in the community to see that, okay, I need to stop giving these brothers all the attention that ain't doing nothing with their lives, find a black brother that is doing something with his life. And then the ones who aren't getting the attention are going to do what it takes to get that attention again, which common sense will tell you, pull your pants up, go get a job, get your education, start your business, read a book, simple things like that. So if you can control a social experiment like that, it will literally force change. And same thing with the men and women. If you see women always posting videos on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or whatever, always twerking, fighting, cussing, yelling, and carrying on, ignore them, find the quiet women, give them the attention. Then the women that are being obnoxious and loud and ghetto, for lack of a better word, they will change their ways because they still want that attention. When they change their ways, you're going to realize, oh, what I was doing back then wasn't getting me nowhere. Same thing for the men.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what
it works. It works both ways.
Even if you babying him up too much,
that's all I have to say on that.
As grown men,
you are correct, brother. I appreciate that. Peace and love to the family. Peace and love to the family. This is the Kaba Nepti Aunt. Look, I heard you. You know, you were right. You touched on a lot of stuff. Sisters are broken. You know, out here. A lot of them. Were you saying something, brother?
Muhammad said,
you saying something?
A white man looking for you. You seen your woman.
Was someone trying to say something?
If it's a deal.
No, sister, you got the floor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, sisters are broken. You know what I'm saying? And it encompasses everything that the two of you brothers have brought into effect. And I heard you saying that the brothers should ignore sisters who are out here doing obnoxious stuff that doesn't put them in the position to be good role models for the children that's coming up under them. Because let's be serious, you know, our sisters are out here doing a whole lot of stuff, and you know, we can't just lay blame on sisters all together. You know, you brought it all the way back to ancient Kemet, and you the motherland, and you specifically said that in the motherland and came in, and we allowed things to happen. You know, we allowed things to happen. We opened the door, you know, and we let them in, and we closed our eyes, you know, because we felt we needed to be humble with people, or be kind. So we allowed a lot of things to happen, but aside from that, where we are today is we're in a state of dismay. Our sisters are acting savage, you know, and what we're seeing this, our children are duplicating these ways that they're seeing because they're growing up in single parent households, just like you all said. There's many variables to this, you know, so many. I could say one thing and then someone will come in and say, oh, you know, but it's this and that. There's so many variables. It's difficult to just go through all the variables, but you will, you can, and we should, you know. So the sisters are out here, they're pretty much attention seekers, you know. A lot of them came from broken homes. A lot of them are looking for the attention that they did not have coming up. You know, they were raised up without fathers. You know, they had their uncles. There's a whole situation with children being molested and things like that. But they're looking for attention today. A lot of them don't know how to be women. I heard the brother saying women can't be sweet. They don't know how to be sweet anymore because they've had to take on this role. You know, I also heard the brother say Willie Lynch. You know, Willie Lynch syndrome has conditioned our people pretty much to just, you know, do what it is we're doing today, and that this nation won't rise any higher for us as black people without our women. So our job is to
my piece
make for certain that we're getting our woman where she needs to be, because she is the first educator, you know, of our children. We need her. We need her nurturing. You know, we need her to teach.
Other people
we need her to understand that this life, there's a purpose in this life.
Chinese,
you know, her purpose should be
English,
teaching
French,
the children.
or whatever.
You know, that life is about more than all of this stuff that we're seeing today. They are emasculating the man and the woman. I mean, we even have this situation with the woman. The women want to be men. I have never in my life, I'm 45 years old, and I have never seen so many women who are in relationships with other women. It's sickening, you know. And I take a lot of heat because of my views. Because people feel to believe, oh, you know, you can't be hard. You don't know what everybody has a story. Nobody qualifies to tell anybody's story but them. That's what we're talking about, the story.
Rip him apart.
The influences that have created a situation.
Making him go in opposite directions to show that he is no longer the provider.
Oh,
push this image on them, and they will raise the children to grow up.
I just wanted to chime in right quick because I had these seconds, man, but I have to
cautious acting all the time,
and I've been listening.
Always looking over your shoulder type mentality.
Exceptionally powerful. And sister, what you're saying right now is the same equivalent, exceptionally powerful. But I just wanted to touch on one other thing too. Look at our men. They so
the foundation of the black family. The man is the head of the household.
Assimilate themselves to the woman.
Without the woman, there is no household.
Look at all these young boys walking. They twerk, wearing tighter clothes than the woman.
Black woman to
and then when sisters take them as companions and friends, now you got a man trying to fight like a woman, trying to act like a woman, trying to dress like a woman, trying to use the mentality of a woman. Yet he is a man.
If there's any boy with his pants sagging, with low grades, always goofing off, acting immature, ignore him completely and give all the attention to the black boys with his pants up, belt tied around his waist, good grades, pay attention in class, not always goofing around, taking care of his business. Guarantee you, all the boys with their pants sagging with low grades will switch around in a month's time.
That he has projected.
So if we can get all the black women to see, even if just a few in the community to see that, okay, I need to stop giving these brothers all the attention that ain't doing nothing with their lives. Find a black brother that is doing something with his life. And then the ones who aren't getting the attention are going to do what it takes to get that attention again, which common sense will tell you, pull your pants up, go get a job, get your education, start your business, and read a book, simple things like
this,
that.
I'm that. But then when I do a deeper research into who they are,
like that,
you go long enough into the pictures and stuff,
it will literally
you start seeing what they used to do.
And same thing with the men and women.
And then now all of a sudden,
when women always post videos on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever,
conscious,
always twerking, fighting, cussing, yelling, and carrying on.
Post 2 weeks
Ignore
later,
them.
Girl, I just got this
find the quiet
brand new
give them the attention. Then the women that are being obnoxious, loud, and ghetto, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, something wrong with it, brother.
They will change their ways because they still want that attention. When they change their ways, you're gonna realize, what I was doing back then wasn't getting me nowhere. Same thing for the men.
Project the image so that everybody else sees you in one light. Conscious means that you stand straight up on what you're standing on and you believe wholeheartedly.
You are correct, brother. I appreciate that. Peace and love to the family. Peace and love to the family.
You can have a
nephew, aunt, love.
And be conscious.
I heard you. You know, you were right. You touched on a lot of stuff. Sisters are broken.
That wild avidity that you used to live in, you try to elevate yourself past. Them circles you used to swing in, you get out of them.
Someone trying to say something?
Swing in them same circles.
No, so you got the floor.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, sisters are broken. You know what I'm saying? And it encompasses everything. A lot of our sisters and brothers. A lot of our that's right. A lot of our sisters don't earn in situations in their household or in their upbringing hasn't warranted them to even see outside of that box. So reaching out to them is key right now. Yeah.
Correct. And I like to thank y'all for your time, but I'm on this
our sisters are out here doing a whole lot of stuff. And, we can't just lay blame on sisters all together. You brought it all the way back to ancient Kemet. And you our motherland. And you specifically said that in the motherland we came in and we allowed things to happen. We allowed things to happen. We opened the door. And we let them in, and we closed our eyes, because we felt we needed to be humble with people, or be kind. So we allowed a lot of things to happen. But aside from that, where we are today is we're in a state of dismay. Our sisters are acting savage, and what we're seeing this, our children are duplicating these ways that they're seeing because they're growing up in single-parent households, just like you all said. There's many variables to this, so many. I could say one thing and then someone will come in and say, but it's this and that. There's so many variables. It's difficult to just go through all the variables, but you can, and we should, So the sisters are out here. They're pretty much attention seekers. A lot of them came from broken homes. A lot of them are looking for the attention that they did not have coming up. They were raised up without fathers. They had their uncles. There's the whole situation with children being molested and things like that. But they're looking for attention today. A lot of them don't know how to be women. I heard the brother saying women can't be sweet. They don't know how to be sweet anymore because they've had to take on this role. I also heard the brother say Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch syndrome has conditioned our people pretty much to just, do what it is we're doing today. And that this nation won't rise any higher for us as black people without our women. So our job is to make for certain that we're getting our woman where she needs to be, because she is the first educator, of our children. We need her. We need her nurturing. We need her to teach. We need her to understand that this life, there's a purpose in this life. Her purpose should be teaching the children. I'm not sure, brother. That life is about more than all of this stuff that we're seeing today. They are emasculating the man and the woman. I mean, we even have this situation with the woman. That women want to be men. I have never in my life, I'm 45 years old, and I have never seen so many women who are in relationships with other women. It is sickening, and I take a lot of heat because of my views, because people feel to believe, you can't be hard, you don't know everybody has a story, nobody qualifies to tell anybody's story but them. That's what we're talking about, the story, the influences that have created a situation.
We did it. I want to do it on.
What was that?
Peace to the brothers and sisters.
I know we got a lot of issues.
Peace, King. That was somebody coming in.
Man. This is Supreme Captain of Stars.
Brother, before you go, where are you located?
I had these few seconds, man, but I have to get back on this slate.
Okay.
And I've been listening in. Brother, what you said was exceptionally powerful. And sister, what you saying right now is the same equivalent, exceptionally powerful. But I just wanted to touch on one other thing, too. Look at our men. They so emasculated that they trying to assimilate themselves to the women. Look at all these young boys walking. They twerking.
What's your name?
In the woman. And then when them sisters take them as companions, as friends, now you got a man trying to fight like a woman, trying to act like a woman, trying to dress like a woman, trying to.
That's good, brother. You got great passion. I love it. I love that passion. That's where I am.
And this contributes a lot to a lot of our sister wild ways, because guess what? You got a wild man, knowing that is natural for a sister to be with a real man. But she don't feel companionship with that man, so she is getting the companionship from something that's outside of himself and taking on the image that he has projected. We have a lot of building and a lot of work that we have to do, and it's on both sides of the fence. And we all see the problem, but what we got to do is actually find the true solution. You know, I mean, like, I look at a lot of sisters that contact me through social media and say, hey, I'm conscious, you know, I'm this, I'm that. But then when I do a deeper research into who they are,
I do believe that it's important for the community to be more involved in trying to catch our young boys early, especially the ones who are being raised in the single-parent home. Because even though a woman can raise a boy, like I'm a single parent, I have a son, I can't teach him man things. I can do...
Conscious don't.
I can do sports. I can do whatever I think men should do with their sons. But it's not the same. They still need that male role model. So if people in the community were more in tune and on that brotherly love tip, where they see these young boys who can catch them early and catch them before that homosexuality trait, in get them, because they're promoting that so hard.
Right.
That you used to live in, you try to elevate yourself past. Them circles you used to swing.
Sister, they got it on the Dorita, sister. They got it all in the stores. I mean, you walk in the store now. I mean, I stay away from the snacks and all that. I'm big on holistic health. But a lot of our kids, they go in the store, they want to grab the potato chips. A lot of our sisters, the boys and the girls. I mean, they're promoting their agenda, their homosexual agenda. Having Doritos bags, outside of that box. Reaching out to them. This is really serious out here, and it really saddens my heart, that we have to deal with this situation right now where children are being told that they have the right to choose as young as 6 and 7 and 8 years old. This is ridiculous.
And I'm gonna call it.
I agree. You can't even find a cartoon nowadays. Back when even when I was little, they still had a little bit of homosexuality in the cartoons. But now, almost every single show for teenagers or even little kids is always something questionable that these characters are doing. And a little child is just taking all this in. That's why I call it programming. And it's so prevalent, but when you see it out in the open, you don't really trip anymore because, that's just how it's supposed to be. That's what a lot of people say.
Because they want us to assimilate, sister. They want us to assimilate to their wicked ways. They're looking for us to convert to their way. I mean, what do we see? We look at history and we see what? We see a history of invading people or conquering people, causing people to assimilate to their ways, their customs, and their deeds. And this is exactly what they're doing right now. I didn't care. You want to sleep with a man and you're a man, go ahead. You're a woman, you want to sleep with a woman, go ahead. You want that sexual preference, go ahead. But when you put it right here in front of my face constantly, then it becomes a problem for me. You see? That's where I am.
So when you try to teach our children that that's the way of life and that's what they're supposed to be doing, that's a problem as well.
That's right. You know, it's not right. This is not right.
Ground zero, a point zero, so to speak.
But I appreciate the time, my brother. Appreciate the time.
To link up physically, old-fashioned tradition with the family. That's what I left off the last time I built with y'all. I was wanting to know, and I don't want to sway the discussion, but is the family going to this Ohio? I've been hearing a lot about families meeting up in Ohio for this convention or something going on up there. Is the BGA involved in that at all?
Schools, they even trying to get a bathroom for transgender.
I'm not sure, brother. I apologize.
Because it was supposed to be. I seen the new. Since y'all going in on this, let me just chime in and say that. They ain't never had no hip hop day or no dress up as a rap star day at my son's school as well. But they damn sure just came in for the first year with this dress up as a LBG type shit. Really from there. I'm saying even let my son go. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go out to Cali with the family and try to build in the place there from that perspective. I mean, it's like, look, we do the Super Bowl all our lives as a former dope boy. We always dreamed of everything.
That's why we got to take our children out of these white supremacist school systems. We have to, you know, sisters have to align themselves. You know, if we look back at the early, the turn of the 20th century, even before that, what did
brother, before you go, where are you located?
A lot of times, especially people of color, where were their schools? They were learning at home. Their family, their mom, their father, that's who their educators were. You know what I'm saying? They taught them right from wrong. They taught them. So why do we have to send our children to the belly of the beast to learn their ways? You know, and then look what we're faced with right now. We're faced with a situation where a man can dress up and put on a dress, walk in the women's restroom because he feels like he's a woman. And what if his agenda is to rape a little girl?
Oh, okay.
So we got to deal with this.
But it all goes back to the community. We have to just
that's good, brother. You got great passion. I love it. I love that passion.
We would have programs that actually work and people actually support in our community. Like to say homeschooling. I used to homeschool my children when I could, but I have to work. I don't have that time like I used to do all, you know, work and teach them at home. There's not enough time in a day. So if we just, as a community, everybody get together and start having programs and things that can help each other, everything would be so much easier for our people. We just got to learn to get along.
That's right, sister. That's right. I agree with you 100%. Peace and love. You know, unlike yourself. You know, I'm sorry, brother. You can take it after this. I'm gonna just say this. You know, over the years, you know, because I thought I had my daughter.
I do believe that it's important for the community to be more
I had to
involved
kind of do some different things because I know what I wanted to do. I know what I wanted her to know about herself. You know what I'm saying? So I started to become somewhat of an entrepreneur, just making my own little money. That way I can spend more time with my daughter. Everybody can't do that. Everybody has to work. Everybody has to work. Whether you work for someone or working at home, we have to do that. But the community, getting the community together, that's key right there.
I can do whatever I think men should do with their sons, but it's not the same. They still need that male role model. So if people in the community were more in tune and on that brotherly love tip, where they see these young boys, we can catch them early and catch them before that homosexuality trait gets in them because they're promoting that so hard.
Right. That's right, sister. You're right.
A man can't do
sister, they got it on the Dorita. Sister, they got it all in the stores. I mean, you walk in the store now. I mean, I stay away from the snacks and all that. I'm big on holistic health. But, you know, the kids, they go in the store, they want to grab the potato chips, they want to grab, the boys and the girls. I mean, they're promoting their agenda, their homosexual agenda on Doritos bags, Snickers, everything. This is really serious out here, and it really saddens my heart, that we have to deal with this situation right now where children are being told that they have the right to choose as young as 6 and 7 and 8 years old. This is ridiculous.
The resource, the main provider of the household. I agree. You can't even find a cartoon nowadays. That's even when I was little, they still had a little bit of homosexuality in the cartoons, but now almost every single show for teenagers or even little kids is always something questionable that the characters are doing. And a little child, you're just taking all this in. That's why I call it programming. Or if it's not, just branching off of prevalent. Like when you see it out in the open, you don't really trip anymore because women with women, there's a lot of black women out here who have, that's what a lot of people say, perception that all black men are dogs, so they are quick to say, I'm going to go date me a white man, as if that's supposed to make your life even better.
Us to confirm.
Or I'm going to date him.
I mean, what do we see? We look at history and we see what? We see a history of invading people or conquering people,
and that's all coming apart that they're so, like the brother said
their
earlier,
ways, their customs, and their deeds.
They don't know how to be sweet.
And this is exactly what they're doing right now.
That we want the man role.
You want to
we can't find a black man
and you're a man,
to bow down the way we need to bow down in the household.
Go ahead.
We could dismiss the whole nation and go with somebody
else. When you put it right here in front of my face constantly, then it becomes a problem.
Right.
You see? That's where I am.
So when you try to teach our children that that's the way of life and that's what they're supposed to be doing, that's a problem as well.
That's right. It's not right. This is not right.
Sorry to interrupt, Queen. But look, number one.
But I appreciate the time, my brother. Appreciate the time.
And that fake ass homosexual agenda they trying to act like the penitentiary is really like that. It's not. Anybody who's been there will tell you it's still 85, 88, 92% raw. Niggas ain't fucking with that shit. Niggas rather jack off than fuck with that shit. So look, all your niggas is in there. All of them. I mean, if they was to open them bad boys up, y'all, the women would go crazy because all the homies is in there. All of them. All of them. And they raw. They raw. They raw. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Number two, since y'all going in on this, let me just chime in and say that shit, they ain't never had multiple wives and all this, that, and other stuff. Multiple women, y'all gonna have to really team up to get a hold to them. They damn sure just came in for the first year with this dress up as a LBG. Gotta train multiple times. And you know how this goes.
That's right, brother.
You want to deal with some real hardcore facts in this freestyle nation. Bottom line is, unless them prisons open up, y'all ain't never gonna have the kids you're looking for. Other than the new generations will, because us are still out here. We trying to train them up.
That's why we got to take our children out of these white supremacist school systems. We have to, sisters have to align themselves. If we look back at the early. That's a good turn of the 20th century. Even before that, what did mothers and fathers do with their children? A lot of times, especially people of color, where were their schools? They were learning at home. Their family, their mom, their father. That's who their educators were. You know what I'm saying? They taught them right from wrong. They taught these things. So why do we have to send our children to the belly of the beast to learn their ways? And then look what we're faced with right now. We're faced with a situation where a man can dress up and put on a dress, walk in the women's restroom because he feels like he's a woman. I agree with you. To rape a little girl. 40 years. You see? So we got to deal with penitentiary. He was in Portsmouth prison in Mississippi. He came home.
The community. We have to people have to be more active and involved. If we would have programs that actually work and people actually support in our communities, like to say homeschooling. Yeah, I used to homeschool my children when I could, but I have to work. I don't have that time like I used to do work and teach them at home. There's not enough time in a day. So if we just, as a community, everybody get together and start having programs and things that can help each other, everything would be so much easier for our people. We just got to learn to get along.
That's right, sister. That's right. I agree with you 100%.
It is not going to be accessible for the black community. But you got so many
people. Unlike yourself. I'm sorry, brother. You can take it after this. I'm gonna just say this. Over the years, because I started, I had my daughter in the public school system. But over the years, I had to kind of do some different things because I know what I wanted to do. I know what I wanted her to know about herself. You know what I'm saying? So I started to become somewhat of an entrepreneur, just making my own little money. That way I could spend more time with my daughter. I understand everybody can't do that. Everybody has to work. Everybody has to work, whether you're working for someone or working at home. We have to do that. But the community, getting the community together, that's key right there. You said that. That was a good one.
People in our community out here running records. I'm talking to one of the brothers today. He's from Indiana. He said he was in a council meeting. He don't even know why he was summoned up, but they made him come. He on probation and all this kind of stuff for DUI or whatever. He said that they said in the community, in the little neighborhoods in Gary, Indiana, they finna start attaching anybody do anything in any group. They're gonna make the whole group pay for it.
A man can't be there. You out on
right now.
You out on your own.
So if you go anywhere and you steal a bag of chips, whoever you affiliated with, getting charged.
Out here fending for himself without a woman
like anything you do. The whole anybody you affiliated with is going to come on these charges.
So many different
these people pray. They're not playing with our children, our young black children. And then a lot of these kids come from single parent households.
And all this and
that's another thing we need to stop. We need to stop letting, like y'all was saying earlier about watching all these cartoons and stuff, all these symbols, all these colors and stuff. They manipulating our children, man. Because I don't even know how I even accept it for it to be okay to shoot somebody.
The main provider of the household,
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. How did that get put in my man?
No protection.
How did that become acceptable? You know what I'm saying? Like I know him. He just shot. Somebody I know just shot somebody else I know. How did that become like, damn, that's okay? Like, dang, that's messed up what he did to Ray, but, like, we need to be hands-on, the parents. I blame the parents. Because there's no way I never known about Marcus
branching off of what you said, Sister Alva, it's not, even if it's like, when not women with women, there's a lot of black women out here who have this perception that all black men are dogs, so they are quick to say, I'm going to go date me a white man, as if that's supposed to make your life even better.
I ain't never celebrated
Kwanzaa. Or I'm going to date him, or I'm going to date, to me it's dumb as hell. That doesn't make any sense. And that's all comes in the part that they're so, like the brother said earlier, they don't know how to be sweet. We're so hard that we're once the man role. So if we can't find a black man who's willing to bow down the way we need him to bow down in the household, we could just miss the whole nation and go with somebody else.
Yeah, that's the sad part, because that's the infiltration right there. That's the problem.
Amongst each other, fighting amongst each other, want to sleep with another man, thinking it's cool for a woman to sleep with another woman. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that
I need my man here for this. I need my man here for that.
Oh, no, I'm listening. Let
me introduce something. Sorry to interrupt, Queen. But look,
they only imitate what they see.
I've been a penitentiary nigga all my life. And that fake-ass homosexual agenda, they trying to act like the penitentiary is really like that. It's not. Anybody that has been there tell you it's still 85, 88, 92% raw niggas ain't fucking with that shit. Niggas rather jack off than fuck with that shit. So look, all your niggas is in there. All of them. I mean, if they was to open them bad boys up, y'all us the women would go crazy because all the homies is in there. All of them. And they raw. They raw.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So that's number one.
Imagery.
Number two, what's left out here?
Yes, imagery is so popular.
Them the ones that gonna have multiple wives and all this and that. Multiple women. Y'all gonna have to really team up to get a hold to these.
You know what I'm saying? This is a science.
Still primed up.
Imagery.
One's still primed up.
All day. Everywhere you walk around, every day. Number, this number do something to you. This color do something to you. And next to this number, this do this. It's all around us.
Prisons open up.
You feel me?
Symbolism, brother. Symbolism. You are exactly right. Yes.
Because that's still out here. We're trying to train them up. But
right.
They don't exist, family.
We under different stars. We under all these energies playing a role. We have, this is not no science we being told in my household.
I agree.
That's right. That's a good assessment, brother.
You know,
right. If they come out of there, you know what I'm saying, and you know they don't have that religion, that would be even good. Because I mean that's another form of controlling mechanism for our men. You know, they got a gay church, if I'm not mistaken, in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, a lot of them came out. It's probably not the only place. You know what, brother? A lot of them. That's another way. I'm to control the minds of our men. The thing about it is, my mom came out of the Jim Crow era. You know what I'm saying? So coming out of that Jim Crow era, you understand? They're already conditioned. One way over the other. All right. So once I agree with you. My cousin in the early 70s came in. You understand? They're feeling good about civil rights and voting rights and all of this. So they're like, oh, you're gonna have more than we had. So they're feeling good. So they're going with the flow. They're happy that America has changed her ways against them when America really had to change her ways. But all of this, they gave them free cheese and free milk, and people stopped giving a damn about each other. You understand? They started, nobody gave a damn about each other no more. They just wanted to, let me get mine. Forget that. You better go get yours. So what came out of the Jim Crow era was the selfishness that started, with one another. This is where we started coming, then Control came in and they flooded the neighborhoods with all of their drugs and they crack. They did this. Systematically destroyed the black family unit. This is what they did, So coming out of the Jim Crow era, I blame them for keeping me in all them different churches, yes. But how much blame can I really put on them when their mothers and fathers had them there? It's all they knew, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's all they knew.
I mean, we can't act like, I ain't gonna act like it ain't a reason.
Right.
We all got a brain. We all got a brain.
Right. You just seen them little boys shoot that other little boy down the street.
What to do is
but you gonna let him run the street, right?
And at some point, at some point, maybe this is that point. Maybe
it is the point. Yes, brother. Yes.
But at some point in time, we all need to sit down. I'm talking to one of the brothers today. He's from Indiana. He was in a council meeting. Our children, he don't even know why he was summing up, but they made him. We gotta have he on probation and all this kind of stuff. Certain type of DUI out of it. You know what I'm saying? He said that they said in the community. I mean, in the little neighborhoods in Gary, Indiana. I be looking at the brothers. They finna start attaching anybody to anything.
Want to argue with another brother?
They gonna make the whole
group shirt. He worried about what kind of names he's wearing on right now. None of the names.
So if you go anywhere and do, you still a bag of chips. Whoever you affiliated with, get in charge income tax. What the first thing you're gonna do? I'm gonna get me a car. Like anything you need, anybody you affiliated with, ready for you to get on the charge. They know.
Not land. They don't go get no land. They don't get no land. They go get
children. They don't know black children. And then a lot of these kids come from single parents.
They don't work for themselves. I ain't gonna say
that's another thing we need to stop. Like y'all was saying earlier about white people and stuff. And all these colors.
One of the main things
they manipulate our children, man. Because I don't even know how I even accept it for it to be okay to shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? It is.
And we need to
how did that get put in my mind?
Religion.
How did that become acceptable?
And I'm just going to finish with this brother made
like, I know him.
It made me laugh, but it was
somebody
crazy.
I know just shot somebody else.
It was like
how did that become like, damn, that's okay. Like, dang, that's messed up what he did to Ray Ray.
They get their body to their man, they get their soul to Jesus.
Like, we really need to be hands-on parents. I blame the parents. There ain't no way I should never known about Marcus Garvey.
He did start something. He did, because he's exactly right.
And Martin Luther King. We supposed to know about our African heritage.
Yeah, in the essence of it.
I'm gonna set my mental people around that one. I'm gonna set my mental. And he was from
I like that.
Kwanzaa. I ain't never celebrated Kwanzaa in my household.
The family was talking about cooperative economics.
They got
family. One of the sisters earlier said something about we got to get along. I'm going to use them too to say this.
Cooperative economics.
It's going to take a big leap of faith by a lot of us. And we're going to have to move to the same community. Now look,
go retrieve what was lost.
There's 18 and 19-year-olds by the millions.
This is the type of stuff we need to be implementing
right now.
You know what I'm saying? Day to day, we need to be living it out. Letting our children see this. And then they won't have no reason to be out here.
They're from New York. They're from LA.
Bickering amongst each other, fighting amongst each other, want to sleep with another man, thinking it's cool for a woman to sleep with another woman. You know what I'm saying?
These are the things that get an apartment together. all this new beginnings. They're getting out of their parents' house for the first time. Brother this, brother that, in this freestyle nation.
I was just
I'm telling you, we need to grab that type of frequency.
They only imitate what they see.
The leap of faith
your mama,
and come together. And what, like the sister said, we're going to have to be able to get along. But we might as well sharpen this iron together because otherwise I don't see the cars matching the new age, the new era we're in. We got to match this modern shit because we're losing it fast. But go ahead, family.
Get ready to go.
Yeah, you're right, buddy.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that because I'm actually, that's one of the things I wanted to bring up to y'all too, because I know y'all got the very militant. And you know what I'm saying, very images in the way y'all conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? I love imagery of Black Guerrilla Family. You know what I'm saying? I love it. That's why I'm always going to call. It's such a great tool. So what we doing right now, I got a couple brothers and sisters right now. This is a science trying to buy some land right now. We got a couple people who walk around every day. We got a couple people who's trying to purchase land. And what we trying to do, we trying to move this number, it's all around us. Build on the land. You feel me?
Symbolism, brother. Symbolism. You are exactly right.
Yes. Build on the land. Create all the conquering us. Do whatever. I mean, conquering us. There's a couple requirements that I request, that I recommend people do. All these energies on the road. You got to get away. This is not no science we being told in my house. You know what I'm saying? Before you do it, because it's going to be a lot of work. We're not eating right. You don't know what you're type of work, but it's for what role that plays. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, grow your food while you're doing all that building. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole thing. Grow the food. Even though the children know how to grow food. Right. I blame the children know how to grow food.
A lot of them came out of, you know what, brother? A lot of them. Well, I'm in 40, so the thing about this, my mom came out of the Jim Crow era. You know what I'm saying? So coming out of that Jim Crow era, you understand, they're already conditioned one way or the other. So once the late 60s came through in, the early 70s came in, you understand, they're feeling good about civil rights and voting rights and all of this. So they're like, oh, you're going to have more than we had. So they're feeling good. So they're going with the flow. They're happy that America has changed her ways against them. When America really had That's a great idea. But all of this, they gave them free cheese and free milk, and people stopped giving a damn about. I own that. You understand? They started. That's right. Nobody gave a damn about each other.
The thing about it is, being in the situation that I'm in, around so many people, I mean, so many men in my family have been emasculated. I mean, I won't say so many. I'm just saying, there are some men in the family that have been emasculated. These same, all that land, just think about it. I got this land, need different things done, need help. My husband, he's not concerned himself with that kind of stuff. He's caught up into, I don't know, the master's agenda. Let me go to work, I got to punch the clock. And I understand, but at the end of the day, why can't we improvise?
It's all they knew.
On our own land that we have. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I have this guard there? Why can't I feed the community with this? Why can't I get this help? There's only so much a woman can do by herself. When you come down to that kind of situation. And then here where I am in Louisiana, come on now, the conditioning is real. Everybody around me is religious. Everybody around me is religious. So I'm like a zombie. You know what I'm saying?
But at some point in time, we all but that's where it come in and actually hitting the children. Strategic plan. One of the main things I always promote, attack the children. We gotta have a certain type of outlet to get on the right path. We gotta have, because you feel me? They manipulate our children because
yes, they do.
It's just I be getting on that all the time. Why not use whoever we want to argue, whatever necessary too? Because we in a by any means necessary mode right now. You know what I'm saying? None of the names belong in. We taking all our money, giving it to get the children to get on this path and lead them for something. Lead them back. So make it even greater, do even more. You know what I'm saying?
Not land. They don't go get no land. They don't get no land. They go get.
And it's not hard right now. They don't go back for us to do this. They can do something. It's not hard to go. They don't work for themselves. I ain't gonna say everybody don't, but I'm just saying you know what I'm saying? Or whatever coins you got. And I can go buy some land. One of the main things we need to start, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to start. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. And let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some people, that's what we on. I mean, that's what we on, like, immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just going to finish with this. And then I got a couple brothers that made me laugh. They do the military training as well. It was like, I know women being practicing for y'all do the military training as well too, right? They get their body to their man, but they get
correct, brother. We're going to be teaching self-defense.
Self-defense. I got the homie who do the guard.
He did start something. He did because he's exactly right.
And everything. I'm like, it's time. Then we got guys who know how to.
Yeah, in the essence of it.
I'm gonna set my Mink List foundation and everything on that one. Like it's a real reality.
I like that. I like that.
Sitting here, like, cause I'm tired of going to work. I haven't been working for this family. I've been working for a bank.
One of the sisters earlier said something about we gotta get along.
Only thing I got to look for is a little apartment with a bed, couch. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of us.
You know
we're going to have to move to the same community.
This ain't living.
Now look,
this ain't living at all. I can't even put nothing together to even give my son because
all across the country right now
I got to
that are about to practice this shit on a small scale. They're from Detroit, they're from Chicago, they're from New York, they're from LA. They're about to agree 4 or 5 of them, groups of 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them. They're all about to agree to go to the same college,
to
live in the same dorm, to live and get an apartment together. All this new beginnings, they're getting out of their parents' house for the first time.
My son is going to marry one of your daughters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, we need to grab that type of frequency.
I want your daughter to be a fit for my son. I want my son to be a fit for your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
And come together.
I don't want their lives. I don't want them to have a bad life because of what their parents didn't have the heart and courage to create for them.
I don't see the cause matching the new age, the new era we in. We got to match this modern shit because we're losing it fast. But go ahead.
That serious.
Yeah, you're right, buddy.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that because I'm actually that's one of the things I wanted to bring up to y'all too. Because I know y'all got the, very military.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying, very conscious in the way y'all conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? I love Black Gorilla family. Army. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. That's why I'm always on the call. Right? So what we doing right now, I got a couple brothers and sisters right now who are trying to buy some land right now. We got a couple people who already got land. Then we got a couple people who's trying to purchase land. And what we trying to do, we trying to move there and just build on the land. What we trying to do, we trying to move there and build on the land. Create all, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever. It's a couple requirements that I request, that I recommend people do.
And
you know what I'm saying? Stop. You got to get away from that meat.
We need
you know
more
what I'm
people to
stay away from all these types. You know what I'm saying? Before you do it, because it's going to be a lot of work. You feel what I'm talking about? Slave type of work. But it's for you. It's for you and your children. You're doing it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, grow your food while you're doing all that building. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole thing. Grow the food. Now the children know how to grow food. You know what I'm saying? The children know how to grow food. Use the children to help. You feel me?
That's right.
We can do this ourselves. Like we put our little coins together, go purchase a little land. You know what I'm saying? Till the land, see what we can do with the land, and we can use whatever we grow. We can get some other brothers and sisters to create some, grocery stores that we can use our little funds, create some little grocery stores, little things, and use the products we make, put the products in these stores and sell them, and that'll help fund. You know what I'm saying? That's just one idea. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I got 5 acres.
See?
Right. I got 5. I own that.
Right.
That's right. That's right. And guess what, brother? The thing about it is, being in the situation that I'm in, you're around so many people. So many men in my family have been emasculated. I won't say so many. I'm just saying there are some men in the family that have been emasculated. These same, all that land. Just think about it. I've got this land. Need different things done. Need help. My husband, he's not concerned himself with that kind of stuff. He's caught up into, I don't know, the master's agenda. Let me go to work. I got to punch the clock. And I understand, but at the end of the day, why can't we improvise on our own land that we have? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I have this garden there? Why can't I feed the community with this? You know, why can't I get this help? Because there's only so much a woman can do by herself, you know, when you come down to that kind of situation. And then here where I am in Louisiana, come on now, you know the conditioning is real. You know, everybody around me is religious. Everybody around me religious. So I'm like a zombie. You know what I'm saying, brother?
If we bring families, it's going to be even better. Even if we ain't that's where it comes in. Just yet it don't matter. It's going to be one of the main things I always promote. We're going to build a lot more, a lot faster. Even if you got to manipulate them, whatever you got to do, get the children to get on the right path. Because they manipulate our children.
Yes, they do.
Around black.
Why not use whatever we can,
don't
whatever
nobody kick it like that.
Because we,
you know what I'm saying? Nobody kick it like that.
Mode right now. You
know what I'm saying? Other little festivities, other little people, you know what I'm saying?
To get the children to get on this path.
And leave them be all night.
You
know what I'm saying?
So they can innovate, make it even greater,
man. I don't see how. I mean, it's a lot of stuff like
the love. It's just so much, and it's not hard right now. They gotta screw their face up and have a. It's not hard to go take you a couple $1,000. In case somebody gonna 10, 15 people, we all put up a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you got, my people you got, and go back to land. Even if you gotta get 2 acres, you ain't got no right. Whatever it takes, bring it on around like that. Go get it and let's do. You know. Because I got some people. That's what we on. I mean, that's what we on. Like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the energy. Plan. And then I got a couple brothers that do the military training as well. I know Brother Wilson. Y'all do the military training as well too, right? Anybody that's straight with it, like you say.
Correct, brother. We do.
We don't want none of that because now we ain't never gonna want to link up again after that.
Yeah, self-defense. I got the homie who know how to till the land and herbs and food.
What do y'all know about the musical scale?
It's time. Then we got guys who know how to do the plumbing, know how to build the houses, the foundations, and everything.
A musical scale.
It's a real.
Well, actually, they using like the music industry today. They're using it to mind control the kids because the Germans back in the day were found some fake musical scale and got it tuned up to a way to where they can control their mind. And when I mentioned changing the frequency, they're different.
As soon as I go to work, I got to pay all these bills and everything just to survive, but in a comfortable environment. When I can go take my little time and go create a
I'm not even sure. I'm on
42. So then I'm
on 11:42.
Situation opportunity for my children and your children.
I'm on 11:42. I'm out of space though.
I'm gonna marry one of your brothers.
You know what I'm
saying? So I'm gonna be a fit for my son.
I'm communicating with my island beings on Peru.
Have to have a bad life.
I mean,
our brother put me on game. So he said, "Look, bro,
for them.
This as far as this might be Nibiru.
Yeah,
that Nibiru we talking about. This might be Nibiru.
You didn't see it? Was it the day before yesterday on my birthday, the 21st? The Grand Conjunction.
No, I didn't see
it.
I seen the moon though, but they said it
the
turned
moon
red, right?
When the sun and the moon align.
I was gonna say we definitely more men,
that was the Great Conjunction. That you was looking at the sun and the moon in alignment at the same time.
Yeah, they were in the sky together. That's right.
Totally different.
So,
and that's if I'm not mistaken, that's the beginning of the summer solstice.
That was summer solstice.
That's summer solstice.
Yeah, so the energy is here.
That's right. It's right here, right now. Get out there and get that energy. That's right.
Yeah. See LeBron. You see what LeBron did with it?
I'm sorry, I don't watch. That's not entertainment to me.
You know what's going
entertainment to me is reading books and you know what I'm saying, trying to uplift. I mean, the little distractions that they got for us and
pitfalls and the traps. I'm starting to see beyond all of that because the veil has been lifted, and I'm just trying to connect and pull all my life energy to everywhere, everybody, so we can come on and storm the grid, so we can take our land back. That's what I'm on.
I had to get taught.
Hey, is that brother
Hebrew? Wrong with a little entertainment. Just a little entertainment. I mean, it was. I seen the game. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a little entertainment.
I ain't gonna say nothing about what entertaining y'all, but I'm just speaking for. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective. I mean, I'm not knocking you for it, but, it's just me. I mean,
It is.
But yeah, I got love for everybody.
It's a vision.
Like me personally, see, I like to be amongst us. I like to be in your aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Right.
Because you feed like I feed off you. My
post on Facebook
might be a little stronger
asking everybody where they live
at. Because I bring the flags.
If you're like-minded,
you know what I'm saying? I bring the flags.
Especially if you're in the same city, the same state.
And I let everybody know.
People need to get together and stop being afraid to meet each other and thinking that somebody's going to do, No one's trying to meet people one-on-one, but if you guys all live in the same city or state, y'all should have a day where you all can meet, and then y'all can see what y'all can do for your community.
So that would be a big help. Hold up, the red, white, and blue.
That's not a flag.
That's Nigeria, though, ain't it?
No, I'm just talking about the colors. I'm just talking about the colors, in Ethiopia.
My bad.
It's just a meet and hug or just touch.
But I'm talking about specifically us in America,
if we
though.
bring families,
the red, black, green flag was given to us by
in the same
Marcus
city.
Garvey.
It don't matter if we linked up
to give us a sense of nationalism. You know what I'm saying? This is your nation.
I think we're gonna build a lot faster from that.
You get out here.
That's where I'm for.
Right here, you hold this down. All these little small little branches, like I don't know if you're familiar with Chicago. You ever heard of Larry Hoover? For that because
Larry Hoover,
Larry Hoover, especially Jeff Ford. You ever heard of Don't nobody kick it like us?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now Jeff Ford was a more. You know what I'm saying? He would have been the other little festivities, and they were under. They had a clan called the Ill Rookie. We chopped it up. We be out all night. You know what I'm saying? Nationwide. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is real, man. And I don't see how a lot of us don't be seeing love and the 5-point people come around. They got that's what they stood under. And they stood on the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? They hit the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? And this nationwide. A lot of us don't know what they mean, what they was doing, but this came out of the Moorish concept. You know what I'm saying? The Moorish religion. And then we got the GDs like that. Brooklyn developed. You know the type. You know what I'm saying? The people call it different things.
Great. I want to see
it. But they flew under the 6-point stop.
We need that's
which the high stuff, lower stuff.
We need to be.
And we was given creed. We was given creed.
Everything. I need
and
to
ways of life. You know what I'm saying? And point system to live by. You had to live by this, and you couldn't be
like you say, all the bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, we don't want none of that because now we ain't never gonna want to Larry again after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, they put him under the ground in jail. They had no communication with no human being at all.
What do y'all know about the musical scale?
Nobody can see him. Yeah. And he one of the biggest threats.
Musical scale. Well, actually, they using the music industry today. They're using it to mind control the kids because the Germans back in the day were found some fake musical skill and got it tuned up to a way to where they can control their minds. And when I mentioned changing the frequency, there are different.
We finna get mayors in office. This is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they had regions, like people like a whole government.
I'm not even sure. I'm on
42. When they found that out,
I'm on 11:22.
So quick. Put them
I'm on 11:22. I'm out of space though. You know what I mean? I'm communicating with my island beings on Peru.
and you know what I'm saying? He
when
our brother put me on the game though. He said, look, bro. He by the time when I grew up, he was already as far as we know this. You know what I'm saying? They already locked him up. Like, they didn't let him out at all. Like, no, you're not.
What you say, Larry?
You didn't see him? Was it the day before yesterday? On my birthday, the 21st, the Grand Conjunction.
Maine, you know what I'm saying? I seen the moon though, but
where he from? They said the moon right? When the sun and the moon align.
Yeah. Branch in every state.
That was the Great Conjunction. Now you was looking at the sun and the moon in alignment at the same time.
They call them COS.
Yeah, they went and got together.
Then he had a secret.
That was if I'm not mistaken, that's the beginning of the summer solstice.
But they watching everything.
That was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he the only one. They directly contact him.
Yeah, so the energy is here.
That's right. It's right here, right now. Get out there and get trained up a bunch of men. We wouldn't have this emasculating of our men today.
I'm sorry, I don't watch. That's not entertainment.
Because it was
entertainment is reading books and, you know what I'm saying, trying to uplift. I mean, the little distractions that they got for us and the pitfalls and the traps, I'm starting to see beyond all of that because the veil has been lifted. And I'm just trying to connect and pull all my life energy to everywhere, everybody, so we can come on and
I'm talking about a whole
storm the grid, so we can take our land back.
I was like, man,
that's what I'm on.
Black disciples.
Hey, that brother, he
on a little entertainment, you know, and they was flying. Yeah, they was flying up here like. I mean, it was. I thought it was that peace.
I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing about.
That's when
you know what entertaining job, but I'm just speaking for. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective. I mean, I'm not knocking you for it.
David died.
But, you know, it's just me.
When he passed away.
I mean, you know.
Somebody.
I got love for everybody.
But, like me personally, or Larry Hoover didn't want to take the slot. I like to be in but they wanted to give it to you know what I'm saying? Like, Larry Hoover was supposed to get the slot. You feed off me, like my brother said, because of the disorganization in the mob, and I might start because I bring the flag. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know what I'm saying? I bring the flag. They want to and I let everybody know. You know, some people don't even know what the flag is. So they didn't, you know, they don't even know what it represents. They don't even know what it is. This is how it was told to me when I was little. I was one of the GDs. The red, black, and green flag. I just one of the GDs. They don't even know that belongs around, you know, other, because we Chicago.
We got a whole bunch of flags.
You know,
so does the red, white, and blue one. Hold up. So does the red, white, and blue one.
That's not a flag.
That's Nigeria, though, ain't it?
No, I'm just talking about the colors. I'm just talking about the colors.
The United States found out, they were
so big. Oh, my bad.
That's why they give these. That's why they give us all these drugs and all this in America, though. The red, green flag was given to us by our ancestor. We put the change in the store. Say when you go in the store to give us a sense of nationalism. Change for the keys or whatever. You know them little things. This is what they're being from the store. Larry Hoover get out here. This is what you wonder right here. You hold this down. All these little small little branches, like I don't know if y'all familiar with Chicago. Y'all ever heard of Larry Hoover? Like these brothers, these my elders.
Larry Hoover,
Larry Hoover.
They were
seers. Y'all ever heard of Jeff Ford?
Did he appear on American Gangster, that series that was coming on?
And they were under they had a Black Teeth Stone. I'm pretty sure he's nationwide now. You know what I'm saying?
Fighting for the title number
they
one.
Flew under the alchemy, the alchemy style. I'm pretty sure he's the number one though. That's what they stood under.
The real bottom line is all you
know what I'm saying? They had the pyramid. They had the pyramid, and they locked up all. A lot of us don't even know what they locked up all what they were doing, but. This came out of the Moorish concept. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't control. And then we got the GDs. They was locking people up like crazy disciples in the early 90s. And the people call it different things.
So Queen,
they flew under the 6-point stop.
Is incarcerated
the highest up north.
And I see that.
Giving creeds we was given creed, ideologies, a lot, you know what I'm saying, and points exist to live by. The training part of it. Ain't you know what I'm saying? In the young kids, because when we take the grown like they did in slavery, they take they put him under the ground. They take the children away. You can't have no communication with no children. They got nothing but to believe what they can believe. Nobody's family, what they learn outside of the elders. And he one of the biggest threats. He one of the biggest threats to this country right now. Yeah, I got a son. And all he was saying is that all he was doing was like, y'all black people. He did his little dirt to get his money. I'm not militant, which was considered dirty, and I guess. I'm not militant. And to America, he did what America didn't agree with to get his money. You know, but he did America did it to the Indians. And I teach my he did that to fund. I got a real. Everybody got to go to the polls like 500 strong. We finna get aldermen in office. We finna get mayors in office. This is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, they had regions, like people, like I got people all over the whole government. We populate a lot. When they found that out, man. Well, you know,
my husband was born in Cook County Hospital.
Put him under the ground. They gave him, like 5 I was born there too.
Yeah, that's where he was born.
My mama was born there. Because
the reason I asked, family, because I came up at the GD as well. I'm from Indiana, and I was blessed in by
you know Chicago crew. He won, I guess, when they promote him, he won a great guy. That's how they promote him. Because he by the time, you know, when I grew up, he was already in prison.
When it comes to,
you know what I'm saying? They already locked him up. Like, they didn't let him out at all. Like, no, you not.
What you say, Larry? You say Larry?
They be the same way with how they do it. So I asked because it's relevant.
That's who Scarface is one of his. Scarface is one of his. We go main, you know what I'm saying? And where Texas.
So it's still out here. It's just so small. That's why I was talking about multiple.
He had a branch in every state in the United States. He had a branch in every state. He had regions.
But anyway,
he had no. You going the right direction. They call him COS. Let it out, man. Let it out. You going the right direction. Then he had secret. He had secret service. The guys who they don't even know was with y'all, but they watch
women would just team up. They got to
you know what I'm saying?
Whenever there was
he the only one they directly
had it like that in our culture. It was the women who made the choices because we lived under a matriarch society. They understood.
Well, if we could have trained up a bunch of men, we wouldn't have this emasculation. Emasculating of our men today.
And it would make crimes.
When they locked all that primordial because it was 3 dudes. It was King David.
That's right.
King David died. King David was the prince.
So
the whole organization. This one, Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover, was his two princes. They call him King David. Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford.
That's right. Why not? I mean, if we look at, I don't know how many people are familiar with any of Sheikh Anta Diop's work, you know, in civilization or barbarism. He showed us. He broke it down. I think it's in chapter 5. He broke it down. He showed us the matrilineal clan, you know, how we were a matrilineal society as opposed to the patriarchs. You know, so he showed us what it is we did. So when you say that we gotta deal, we gotta start fresh and we gotta deal and do this with the women, well, why not go back to what we did? You know, but this time we gotta make sure that we don't allow, you know, we don't allow them to break it down. But how can we do that really? When we look at society today, it's very difficult because we're going to be faced with a whole lot of stuff, not just the emasculation of our man. They've taken our man, they've also done the same thing with our woman, and then on top of that, the miscegenation. You understand the admixture? I mean, we got the people right there in the middle who are going to choose sides. What do you think? What you think? You think they're going to be able to say, oh, no, I'm going to go over here, but my mom's white, you know, my dad's white, or, you know, this, I got to make a choice. It's going to be difficult.
He didn't want to do propaganda. I mean, this is how it was told to me. You know, I was one of the GDs.
So, all day, you know, got to be so strict on that. But crimes on the council, got to make those
we got gangs in Chicago.
That's right.
But they was so look, this is where propaganda come into play on big scale. propaganda. I'm talking about they had a whole already used for propaganda. So you got one drop of black blood. And by the time the United States found out, we got nothing you can stop propaganda to the best of our ability. That's why they give these. That's why they give us all these drugs around all this kind of stuff. Next week, that's no. Get that around. You put the chain. We got to put the chains in the store.
Yes, sir. Supreme Captain, I'm sorry.
They're being from the
it took me so long to get back to y'all. But everything y'all saying, man, is right and exactly on point. But when we start dealing and dealing with some crimes, what we gonna do about what they so-called the United Nations Republic of Africa is supposed to be under the Marcus Garvey movement? To be our leaders, because I remember me and King Amir just listened 2 months ago to when they held. Did any of you have a chance to?
I heard that. I heard that. Yeah.
And why? And the reason you didn't have a vote, because guess what they say? We're technically not a part of them because we haven't put in an application with them. But hell, I thought my blood made me.
Exactly. Air.
I'm from the same black nation you from. What do you mean? I got to put an application in to vote for a government that's supposed to be established for mine, so that I can have 5 states that they gave us that 90% of black people don't even know it's part of our respiration. Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, St.Louis, and all that. Who knew that?
The ideology.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just the training.
And these people here saying that this is supposed to benefit me, but they sitting there saying that they got a foreign minister, they got a minister of defense, they got a minister of trade with international resources. Who is these people?
What they learn?
Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton sit on their board of regents.
You got children,
but yet they don't come out on MSNBC and talk about that.
I bet your children.
But you sitting here collecting, you come in here collecting the black people's money. All these church organizations, and I have nothing against the church. I have nothing against whatever a person believes. I'm Semitic. So I have nothing against what you believe. But when you say you're doing the work of the God, and you collecting the people's money in the name of the God, you're damn right. You're doing it for yourself.
My grandma kids.
You're doing it for yourself.
Now my grandma
and you haven't tried to give us any defense. You haven't allocated none of that money for us to buy weapons and ammunition to free ourselves.
My husband was born in Cook County Hospital.
And then you allow our brothers and sisters to
that's what he was born
with the beast, creating something else that's not even a theory, and then try to assimilate them into our culture, and they steal it and take it back to them. And when we do it, we thugs. When they do it, they misguided. So if we're going to be on some real, we got to deal with them too. Because they're going to be the ones that's leading up the herd that's going to be against what we're trying to do for ourselves. They're going to be the same ones that don't want us to have a real black economy because over the church, you got to turn the other cheek. I'm going to turn the other cheek and keep emptying my pockets for what?
So what? That is my point. That is my point exactly.
No, it don't work like that.
When you corner them, they call themselves custodians, like they just acting on your
behalf until you go in the right direction, bro. Don't keep letting it out. Let it out. You're going in the right direction, bro. I swear you are. Going to the right direction. Well, we need to take that power from them.
Women would just team up. They got to decide. Whenever there was these societies, when we had it like that in our culture, it was the women who made these choices because we lived under a matriarch society. They understood. Too many men, too many crimes died in the last war. They would choose who really going to do for us. And they would make how to create mate with all the women, reproduce all primordial strength.
That's right.
That was a vortex. So when the homie said we don't have to be the ones that he was trying to win vortex and spiral, that's where we building back on. We got to get along.
That's right. Why not? I mean, if we look at, I don't know how many people are familiar with any of Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop's work. In Civilization or Barbarism.
He showed us. He broke it down. I think it's in chapter 5. He broke it down. He showed us the matrilineal clan, you know, how we were a matrilineal society as opposed to the patriarch. You know, so he showed us what it is. So when you say that we gotta start fresh and we gotta deal and do this with the women, well, why not go back to what we did? You know. But this time we got to make sure that we don't allow, you know, we don't allow them to break it down. But how can we do that, really, when we look at society today? It's very difficult. Because we're going to be faced with a whole lot of stuff, not just the emasculation of our man. They've taken our man, they've also done the same thing with our woman. And then on top of that, the miscegenation. You understand? The admixture. I mean, we got the people right there in the middle who are going to choose sides. What do you think? What you think? You think they're going to be able to say, oh, no, I'm going to go over here, but my mom's white, you know, my dad's white, or, you know, this, I got to make a choice. It's going to be difficult.
And when it was time to make that move, they made the move. Look at mob bosses.
Yes.
Individuals already on the inside. When it's time to knock the door off, they make that move. And everybody else vote them in.
They got to make those tough decisions.
We already know
that's right.
People is emasculated in their minds. A bunch of them got Stockholm syndrome. This is why them with Stockholm syndrome gonna see what we trying to do is wrong. They're not gonna see us right. They're not gonna see the good in it for our people.
Yes.
So what we gotta do, we gotta I mean, we're gonna do like American do next week. Put the fake on like we're gonna do all this type of shit. We gotta make people understand what we need to do for our people the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. This is Supreme Captain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to y'all.
They ain't not gonna leave right on their own.
Everything y'all saying, man, is right.
You gotta have absolutely right.
But when we look right and start dealing and dealing with the crime
that was speaking earlier about what they so-called the United Nations Republic of Africa is
supposed to be under the Marcus Garvey movement, the ones supposed to be our leaders. Because I remember me and King Amir just listened 2 months ago to when they held elections. Did any of you have a chance to vote?
I heard that.
I heard that. Yeah. And why? And the reason you didn't have a vote because guess what they say? We're technically not a part of them because we haven't put in an application with them. But hell, I thought my blood made me was enough.
Exactly. Air.
I'm from the same black nation you from. What do you mean? I got to put an application in to vote for a government that's supposed to be established for so that I can have the 5 states that they gave us that 90% of black people don't even know as part of our reparations. Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, St. Louis, and all that. Who knew that?
They gonna stay.
Yeah.
Right where they at.
You know what I'm saying?
Let it out. To it.
And these people.
Because if you take their Jesus away from them, you done it. That's it.
But they sitting there saying that they got a foreign minister. They got a minister of defense. They got a minister of trade with international resources. Who is these people?
You got taken from me.
Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton sit on their board. But yet they don't come out on MSNBC and talk about that.
Than that, I was lost.
You sitting here collecting, you coming here collecting the black people money. I have nothing against I have nothing against whatever part of your growth and development. But I have nothing part of your growth and development. Believe. But when you say you doing the work of the God, doing the work of the God, and you collecting the people's money in the name of the God, you damn lie. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for yourself. And you haven't tried to give us any defense.
How we supposed to
you haven't allocated none of that money for us to buy weapons and ammunition to free ourselves from these slaves.
In a renegade state right now.
And then you allow
nobody know
our brothers and sisters to start intertwining with the deal.
Who is the dog?
Something else is not even a fear rate.
So you don't know dog.
And then try to assimilate them into our culture.
You don't know
and they steal it and take it back to them.
Colors.
And when we do it, we thugs.
You rock down.
When they do it, they misguided. Oh, I don't know nothing about all that. So who if we gonna be on for real, we got to deal with them too. Because them gonna be the ones that's leading up the herd that's gonna be against what we trying to do when they educate because they ain't telling you the truth. The same ones they don't want us to have in the beginning like economy because like in over the church, you know, you got to turn the other cheek. I'm gonna turn the other cheek and keep emptying my pocket.
It's so right and exact. That was my point. That was my point exactly. My whole legacy is built upon
it don't work like that.
One, when you realize the track, they call themselves custodians. I realized that, oh shit, we have it. You got your mind. We got blessed in by a false crew that did not follow the code that they taught us. And
that's right. So we need to take that
I saw that. We need to have a one in my hood to go renegade. And when I did that, I bucked everything. And then others started following suit. And of course, I used green as my new flag. It's all about money. But
correct.
All my niggas did after that. So the real bottom line is, yes. How do we really create our family? What he's saying is so right and exact. Yes, and that renegade mentality was born from that. Those of us who woke up to a vortex. Oh, hell no. And I'll tell you, my testimony, the first time it happened for me, all whirlwind, one of my lieutenants that I would die for, that's what we building back on to we got to get along, and we got to choose a place where we're going to take a leap of faith. Like, I don't buy into faith. Really buying it for somebody else. And the whole psychology, faith is not
we understand. Yeah,
he taught me raw psychology. So he just didn't realize what you taught me. You're now being if the family wanted to get together over the next year, you're smoking this shit. And I lost all respect at a place that already got an epicenter built. Everything just really looked at him and be like, hey, look, everything changed. Got a hell of an couldn't follow an order without wanting to say something like he had taught me to go there. And man, when I started like fucking on real, man.
Correct. And you know what, brother? And I voiced this opinion to King Amir
y'all need to read the Dummy Boy saga. It's 702 pages book.
And what I told him, I said, if they want us to put in an application, we'll put in an application. But when we put that application in, we got to get the brothers and sisters that's coming to these conference calls. We got to get the brothers and sisters that say that they support the UNIFY and all the other organizations that we support and that come along with us.
Wow.
Let's vote our members in. Let's vote our members in because the United States didn't get in the by surely getting in the middle. They had individuals that sat on King Court that helped them. They told them to move the king was going to make. And when it was time to make that move, they made the move. Look at mob bosses. So they have individuals already on the inside. When it's time to stop the dawn off and make that move. And everybody else vote
we always say from 72 to 82.
We already know that.
And we know where you stand most of the time.
A bunch of them got started in drunk. And a bunch of them
I'm born in the 70s. Yes,
gonna see what we trying to do is wrong. They're not gonna see us right. They're not gonna see the good in it for our people. But we gonna have to bypass. I do it.
I mean, we just gotta do it like American do.
Get on the bus and
face on, like we gonna do all this type of shit,
to the back. Let me get up.
And do what we need to do for our people the right way. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Sometimes you gotta, like I said earlier, you gotta
gentlemen. We don't have them.
They're not gonna do right on their own.
You know.
Good luck. You gotta manipulate on the east side of Chicago, right?
And so my brother,
Chicago, that's the
speaking earlier, I don't know if you're still on the line, but all due respect,
it's nothing but renegade, everything. Every clique is like 10 dudes, and they all, you know what I'm saying? They all, they just crazy. They stay still under the same game, but they'll add a G on there, they'll add a T, you know what I'm saying? We TBD, we SBD, you know what I'm saying? Like they just adding, making that renegade shit.
I'm the funniest thing, brother, that I ever heard.
Because otherwise it's fictional,
I saw
and I don't buy into
some brothers.
I write fiction. And bottom line is reality's gonna come at these first meetings. These first meetings, man, because that's how we gonna pull the vote together. The magic. Let's get back on the magic because the magic. That's what it's gonna take to wake up.
What do blood mean? What do blood mean?
And they don't even realize it's being awoke. You know what I'm saying? Tell them
what does blood mean?
If you tell them they get worked up, they're going to stay asleep.
I know what
terminology you want from it.
So it needs some magic.
I know. I heard the first.
Yeah, because if you take their Jesus away from them, you done it. That's it.
Black. Something like community. We don't take that Jesus away or something like that.
It's black leaders of our day.
Jesus ain't making it to the 20s. Black leaders.
Black leaders of our day.
I ain't never looked back since it got taken from me. I've been on this black leaders of our day. This 4-year binge ever.
DAY.
Yeah,
I was growth and development trying to get
on the flip side of that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I live on the red road.
Yep.
Yeah.
You live on the red road.
Well, brother,
that was part of your growth and development. That was part of your growth and development. And you know, it's a sad thing that, man, what that makes me a nation, man, because my chief, the original, my chief was first world triple D. You don't even know your own history. And you don't know education that he gave me on how we supposed to live. Man, the way that I look at these young brothers around here now, live, and then I'm down here in a renegade state now. And guess what? You're down here claiming something nobody knows, no head.
Yeah,
I asked
absolutely.
young brothers down here, who is the Don of all Dons here? So you don't know Don Dirt. You don't know, I mean, like, you don't know none of this. What was your original color? Oh, I rock blue. You rock diamonds or you rock quartz. Back to what I don't know about all that. Who educated you? Who enlightened you on this? Who told you? Because you've been miseducated. And they tricked you when they educated because they didn't tell you the
call about to drop at 10:15.
In the beginning, your original colors was black and red. Don't tell you all that. I mean, it's like
we're going to end the call at 11:15.
It's so right and exact. You wouldn't know unless you went through it because me,
yes, we can hear you,
the whole legacy.
Yeah, we're going to have to end the call at 11:15. Yeah, go ahead.
That realized the trap in my hood. I realized that, shit, we've been had, meaning we got blessed in by a false crew that did not follow the code that they taught us. And
that's right.
I bumped into the page and I
was the brothers and sisters in my hood to go renegade. And when I did that, I bucked everything. And then others started following suit.
Many of you
and of course, I used green as my new flag, as it's all about money. But all my niggas did after that. So the real bottom line is,
you'll be our third year. It's gonna be pretty big down here in South Florida. But I would love to bring it up.
That renegade mentality was born from that. The older folks woke up and saw, hell no. And I'll tell you, in my testimony, the first time it happened for me, it was when one of my lieutenants that I would die for turned into a crackhead and asked me and tried to slick me like he was really buying into somebody else. And the whole psychology, he had taught me raw psychology. So he just didn't realize what you taught me, you're now being exposed on. You're smoking this shit, and I lost all respect. I couldn't turn in my dues no more. Like everything changed.
Look at the page.
Everything changed.
The group
couldn't even follow an order without wanting to say something like he had taught me to do.
I posted a link
and man, when I started bucking on
my website,
on all the ranks, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. But yeah, you need y'all all bullshit aside. I don't mean to get this plug in, but I need to. Y'all need to read the Dummy Boy Saga. It's a 702-page book. It's blue and red all over it. So anybody in that culture,
I had to run and get a charger.
It's the renegade story. You need to read that shit. It's all over the penitentiaries right now. It's like crack in there. 702 and brothers is reading it twice before they pass it on to somebody.
Yeah. You got all these red rounds coming up with all this.
Hey, did that brother say? Hey, did that brother say that the name of his men bearing it all?
Yeah. You got people that think is only on TV.
That's a group that I got the number from, like on Facebook, the event page.
Got you.
My organization is called Courage to Believe International.
You know my culture is on.
You know we're a non-profit organization, mentor
that means
down here in South Florida.
We always say from 72 to 82,
doing work
and we know where you stand most of the time.
To the islands.
Yes, sir.
I'm born in the 70s. Yes, sir.
And my culture was.
Our next panel will be July 15th. We got the state attorney. We got 2 judges.
on the panel. We got the sheriff of Broward County.
I do it to this day. If an older lady get on the bus and
a couple of lawyers,
in a
and community activists, and a brother from the Nation of Islam.
Hey, brother, let the lady have a seat.
Minister Ronald Muhammad.
Let them have that front row.
Student minister.
Gentlemen. We don't have them.
So we just looking for support.
Look, I grew up out east on the east side of Chicago, right?
Questions.
So you're on the east side of Chicago. That's the wildest side in our whole city. It's the wildest.
Is that the third annual Black on Black Crime Solution panel? You're talking about 2016?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that also? Okay, so that's where Courage to Believe International and the Worldwide Christian Center Church has got together to create this.
They just added,
well, actually, yes, it's actually
the funniest thing, brother, that I ever
every year we just teamed up with a church this time because we wanted to bring it closer to the community. Instead of having like in the big auditoriums that we do, usually with this year we want to bring it to the community. Since there have been so many shootings down my way, nothing compared to like what's going on in L.A. or Chicago.
Because the first word in there is black.
The violence is crazy, especially in Miami.
Yeah, what do blood mean? What do blood mean?
20 minutes ago.
Big brother. It's going on down here just like L.A. and Chicago.
What do blood mean?
The difference is
I know, I heard it before, but I know what it's like.
Terminology
but
it's going on. I'm right here.
But I know, I heard the first, I heard what it used to stand for
every day.
Was like black something, it's like community something or something like that.
It's black leaders of our day. His daddy told him to his grandmama house.
Black leaders
of our day.
Our day, blood. Black leaders of our day. Okay.
Of our day.
Black leaders of our day.
Of our day.
D-A-Y, day.
That's self-hatred, man. That's self-hatred.
Now, on the flip side of that, right?
Turn around. You feel me?
What you live on.
Can't solve everything.
He say, I live on the red road.
Event.
Right.
You live on the red road.
But we need to have, like,
you ain't supposed to be talking to you like that. I say, well, who decided I was a G?
Because with the adults, I kind of feel like it's kind of too late for adults, to be honest.
I'm over there, I'm over there. But
my
that
mission
makes me
is to
a
stop the
GD.
bleeding
I'm
and
first
to
world
reach
trip
the youth. You know what I'm saying? We can save them and they're the future. And so we can, turn that backward mindset around.
You don't know you was what I was.
With Dr. Amy Wilson's work.
And then you separate.
But he's a guy who wrote a book called Black on Black Violence.
So you drop one.
Black
you drop the point on your star.
Service of white domination.
And guess what? You really separated over?
Religion. Various subjects on YouTube and many books.
You really separated.
But I do understand that love is the answer. We just not loving each other and we're not loving ourselves. And it's showing by the way we end each other's lives. So I'm about action and doing things. And, so you guys got any ideas? I can do to help you out with you guys.
I live on the red
your states and cities. Because, we got to do like Marcus Garvey been doing. The Garveyites, they teamed up.
Hey, is the call about to drop at 10:15?
Because they understood it's not
10:30.
A Louisville thing. It's not a Dallas thing. It's not a Chicago thing.
Yes, we're going to end the call at 11:15.
So we put our minds and hearts and money together. You know how beautiful it is, because we support it.
Yes, we can hear you, brother.
Begging.
Yeah, we're going to have to end the call at 11:15. Yeah, go ahead. Get that last minute.
We won't be subsidizing the greetings. My name is King Kevin. I've been listening for the past 30 minutes. I'm down here in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. And I bumped into the page, and I like, what the brothers and sisters, what you guys are building here, conversation. I'm saying many of you all are in the Midwest, like Chicago, and I host the annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. This year will be our third year. It's going to be pretty big down here in South Florida, but I would love to bring it up there to Chicago, to be honest with you, because I read a lot, and I'm hearing a lot. I got friends up there in the Chicago area about the violence going on, and I'm all about saving our community, preserving our community, and advancing as a nation, as a black nation. So I love for you all to connect with me, or just tell me who I can contact or talk to up there.
in
Chicago or wherever you at.
All he want to do is what the song says, party and bullshit.
But again, my name is King Kevin, and you guys look at the page of the group called Men Bearing It All. I post a link on it, so you can see my website, phone number, my nonprofit organization, Courage to Believe International. And I'm just a real brother out here doing this thing, and
a doctor should be a doctor. I apologize, brothers and sisters, but my phone died on me, so I had to run and get a charger real quick. What I was saying, like they say, they live on the red road, but guess what the Jesus said? I live on the money make murder. Something is not your brightest part. You're going to feel left out. You're going to feel picked on, bullied.
See me, brother, I hear you
red rum.
The red rum.
Hey, did that brother say? Did that brother say that the name of his group was Men Bearing It All? Is that what you said, my brother?
No. That's
if you took him out of home and put him in the shop,
like on Facebook, the event page.
Gotcha.
That's his
my organization is called Courage to Believe International.
Trying to bake some damn cookies.
We're a non-profit organization mentoring at-risk youth. Down here in South Florida, but we also have intention of doing works across the borders, into the islands and throughout Africa.
Yes.
We're small right now, but we're getting pretty big. Because our next panel will be July 15th. We got the state attorney, we got 2 judges on the panel, we got the sheriff of Broward County, which is like the biggest county here in Florida, and a couple of lawyers.
Excuse me, family.
We really need to implement polygamy. We just need to say,
Minister Ronald Muhammad.
This is what's going on. This is what we're going to do.
So,
we just going ahead on this bullshit, we're going to stop your procreation right there. You know what I'm saying?
Ask questions.
Keep your legs closed.
Because what I just mentioned, the panel is
trying to do nothing productive for the community.
Is that the 3rd annual Black on Black Crime Solution panel you're talking about for 2016?
Correct.
Stay away from them.
Is that where? Is that also okay? So that's where Courage to Believe International and the Worldwide Christian Center Church has got together to create this.
Well, actually, yes.
We don't want to bring babies into the world that's not breastfed.
Every year, we just
don't want to bring babies into the world that's not coming out of
bring it closer to the community,
positive wombs. You know what I'm saying? We're not bringing them babies into the world because
this year we want to bring it to the community.
And this is what we've
been so many shootings down my way. Nothing compared to like going on
we got to think about
LA or Chicago.
You know what I'm
saying? The violence is crazy.
Excuse me, family, for 1 minute. We got to end the call now.
All right.
We kind of went over the time, but we always end the call with one specific question. What's the best color?
But it's going on.
Right.
I'm right here.
All right, peace and black family.
Every day.
Peace and black power, family.
Where young brothers got in an argument over a cell phone. They've been bullying one little boy. His daddy told his grandmama house. He leaves. 2 hours later, him and some of his partners roll up on a car full of individuals just to get one dude.